What's up everybody and welcome to my channel. My name is Shannon or Scaredy Ginge. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If it is your first time here, welcome on in, and if you are returning, welcome back. Please do remember to hit that subscribe button and the like button if you end up liking the content. So today we are going to do a top 10 tip for my time at Portia. I've now played it for just a little bit. I wouldn't say a lot, but in my time of playing, I have definitely learned a few things and I would love to share those with you. So if you're interested in hearing those, please do stick around and let's get on into it. My first tip out of everything is missions. The missions in this game are actually quite awesome. They're pretty straightforward and you don't really need to do much digging to figure out how to do them. They're pretty linear, which I do like. And they start off fairly easy, and obviously they're going to get harder as you go on. But at the end of the day, I think that's how most games go. There is always going to be a need to do more missions to unlock more stuff, and I think as long as you keep up with them and you don't let them go to the wayside, I think you're going to be fine. So always make sure to keep up with your missions, and I think you'll be on the road to success. My second one is the Wiki. The Wiki is probably going to be your best friend. I have tried myself not to use it a bunch, but man, I wish I would have used it so much more than I have. It definitely, I would say the fandom has put a ton of work into it, and there is literally an answer for everything and anything that you might need Portia-wise in there. If you're making content, whether it's on Twitch or YouTube, there's definitely an amazing community that is there to help, but don't be afraid to use the wiki. I've used it a couple times now to find out either what a person likes as a gift, or if they, what they don't like, or if there's a mission that I'm kind of confused on, or how to find certain minerals or whatever it might be. So shout out to the Wiki Fandom and for keeping up with it, because it is amazing. The third one is going to be friendships. This is one I am personally struggling with at the moment. I am used to something like Stardew, where it's fairly easy to build friendships. I am finding it quite difficult to do so in my time at Portia, and I think it's just because it takes a bit longer and I'm just wanting something a bit faster, and I think that kind of makes sense, but it definitely takes some time to build up friendships and such. But like Stardew and any of the other farm sims, as you make friendships and everything like that, the cool thing is a lot of people will start sending you gifts, and these might be things that you're going to need, and you won't have to make yourself, or you won't have to find yourself, and so those friendships really pay off. And then if there's somebody that you're super interested in, like Ginger or Emily, they'll maybe even marry you, and with being married to them, you'll get more gifts from them. They'll help you around, and there might be other people that send you extra gifts as well because of your marriage to them. So friendships, quite important. The next one is going to be upgrades. Upgrades are important, and it's one thing you are going to want to be ready for. You can upgrade just about everything at your house, and I definitely suggest making out a game plan if it is not one of your first playthroughs, but kind of as you go, to definitely see where you want to update, what you want to update, or I should say upgrade, and everything like that. So your crafting table is going to be, for me personally, one of the first things that you're going to upgrade, so that way you can make better weapons and more items for missions that are to come. And then the building platform is definitely another one you're going to want to upgrade, because missions down the road are going to need those as well. And the more you upgrade things, the better you're going to be able to make your furnaces and such, which will be able to make your higher bars and everything like that, that will help you build more things. And so I would keep up with that and make sure that you have the extra stuff laying around that you're going to need for it. The next one is going to be commissions. So commissions are different from your missions. Commissions are what you get from the town hall, and you can get them every day of the week except for Saturday and Sunday. And those are daily, and they help with your rep points. And your rep points are basically it's your ranking for your workshop. And so those rep points at the end of the month, you might get a awesome reward depending on where you fall. And the rep points are also really good for friendship and the like. And At the end of the month as well, you'll see there'll be different things that you can do because of the rep points. You'll be able to do better commissions and all of that. And so it's definitely something that you want to keep up with, not only because you get goals and friendship points and everything like that, but just overall, it's a really good way to kind of build up your reputation. The next one is going to be the calendar. So the calendar is super, super awesome in any farm sim realistically, but in Portia, it's really great. You get to see people's birthdays and you get to see upcoming festivals or whatever it might be. And some of those festivals will have really great things that you're going to want to take from them, whether it's a pie or whatever it might be. But the nice thing about these is it's when gatherings are happening. So it's a great time to walk around and talk to everybody. Great time to build up a little bit of friendship if you haven't started working on that. And so definitely worth it if you want to make it to those gatherings. I would definitely suggest doing them, and the calendar will help you know when those are going to be. The next one is going to be money making. Money making in any game is a need to know thing. So you're always going to need goals for no matter what in this game. Realistically, you do it for, making certain things. You'll have to buy certain things, getting into the ruins and all of that. And so one of the best ways to do that is to fish. Fishing in the beginning, I've never fished like we fish in Portia, and it's actually kind of neat, and I find it to be truly interesting. But fishing is probably one of the best ways to make money. You can catch fish from as much as like 10 goals to like 3,000 goals. And so that money, as you're getting to like mid to late game, is definitely going to help, because a little measly, 300 goals really isn't going to get you anywhere. And so whether it's buying food, or it's getting yourself into ruins, or it's doing your upgrades, or whatever it might be, buying more land, you're going to need those goals, and fishing definitely helps that. Ruin diving. So this one is a lot of fun. There's a bunch of ways to go about it. I personally just like to vein mine. So if I see, a bunch of bronze or whatever it might be, I just kind of mine out that whole thing. But while you're down there, you get to find a lot of cool stuff like data discs. You can find little hidden compartments where some cool things lay. And as always, you're just getting up more of the stuff that you're going to need to make items down the road. And the more you have of it, the better, because you're going to find as you get to mid game and such, you're going to be using so much of it that you're going to constantly have to go down into the ruins. It's so much better to do it yourself than to pay the core to do it or whatever it might be. So I would definitely suggest to ruin dive as much as you can if you have the time, as well as cutting down trees, because let me tell you, you think you have enough wood and then all of a sudden you don't, and all of your stuff runs out of fuel and you can no longer do it. So ruins and all of that, definitely make sure to do a lot of it. PVM. So PVMing in this game is a lot of fun. I've never really experienced kind of fighting the way that it happens in this game, but I really do enjoy it, and so definitely suggest getting into that. You can upgrade your armor and your weapons as well, but at one point you'll be able to start kind of running what I would call dungeons, and you'll come up to bosses and monsters, and it gets pretty difficult as you go. There's definitely mechanics to some of the mini bosses and to the monsters that you're going to be fighting, but again, these are also going to give you really awesome rewards, and so definitely make sure to kind of get into that, because it's a lot of fun. And not just PVMing in the dungeons, but also around Portia, a lot of them drop really cool things that you're going to need to also make items down the road. So PVMing is a great way to get experience, it's a great way to get drops, and it's a great way to just kind of have fun. And the last one we're going to talk about is PvP. So PvP is a bit different in this one. You're not actually like fighting the person, but what you guys are doing is sparring. So when you're sparring somebody, you're literally just beating the crap out of each other. You're punching each other, you're kicking each other, and there are quite a few people in the game that are very hard to take on. And you'll find that out for yourself. I'm not going to put any spoilers in here. PVM and PvP in this game are really awesome, but PvP is just so different from anything else. Like the PVM itself is different, but the PvP is by far are the craziest thing I've ever seen, and I actually quite enjoy it. You'll find that some of the people, when you spar them, you're actually going to gain better friendship with them, whereas some of them, they don't really like it and you lose friendship with them. And by friendship, I'm just meaning like the amount of hearts that you have. You'll see like a -1 or a -2, and it just takes away a little sliver of that heart from them. But it will also add on a bit more as well for some of them. And so it's definitely something fun to do. You'll come up on a few missions where sparring is something you're going to have to do, but it's fun. Don't be afraid of it. You'll learn the mechanics of it, and yeah, I think you'll have fun. So with that being said, I think that will conclude this. I hope these 10 tips helped you. If they did, let me know below. If you have tips for other people, let me know down below as well, because it's always awesome to be able to help people. And I think that Portia is it has such a wonderful community. Everybody's so helpful and so kind. And you know, with the new game coming out, there's still people that are playing this game, and I'd love to help out. And so with that being said, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe if you enjoyed the content and would like to see more. And I will see you guys again soon. Have a lovely day. Bye guys.